This is Delhi. Please stand by for our next broadcast.
This is All India Radio. You will now hear comments from the press. The Tribune, in its editorial titled "Question Mark Over Result," writes, "The examinee is better than the examiner," wrote the teacher on the answer sheet of India's first president, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, when he was a student, in deference to his intellect. But the case of the Haryana student who saw a hefty increase in marks after the re-evaluation of an already re-evaluated answer sheet at Indira Gandhi University has given rise to a controversy instead. After the first re-evaluation, the marks actually decreased, though marginally, and the student made a representation to the VC for reconsideration of his results, following which his final score jumped substantially. The father of the student, a former head of the department, has maintained that his son was a meritorious student and the less marks in two papers were a case of injustice to him. But it is his reported presence in the re-evaluation room that has added to the problem. The VC has now ordered a re-examination, with university officials saying re-evaluation of already re-evaluated answer sheets cannot be done as per rules. Haryana has prided itself on being an education hub. Some of the finest universities are located in Sonipat. Rewari, where the incident has taken place, has seen a boost to educational infrastructure. Such incidents may sully the image of the state. Better to set the record straight. The Financial Express, in its editorial titled "Widen That Pool," writes, "Given the potential, carpooling has to reduce costs as well as congestion on the roads, and the boost this will get when used on various phone-based apps, including those like Quick Ride and BlaBlaCar. It is just as well that the Central Road Transport Ministry is in the process of finalizing the guidelines for carpooling by private car owners. While some states allow ride sharing, others don't. Karnataka, for instance, asked Ola and Uber to discontinue their ride sharing, as this was hurting the income of cab drivers. A central law to that extent should help promote uniformity in rules across states. There are, though, some needless irritants that indicate the government does not fully appreciate the benefits of carpooling. This, in fact, is what will prevent extending the usage of carpooling beyond what it is today. Indeed, the process of carpooling should be stretched to allow any car owner to, for a free to Ola and Uber or any such app-based service, become a temporary driver. So while driving to the office, say, a car owner should be allowed to accept rides along the way and charge the standard fare for this. This defrays her costs of driving to the office, increases the pool of taxis significantly, lowers surge fares, and reduces congestion and pollution. Transport unions, like those for taxis or scooters or even buses, need to be broken, since their primary job is to restrict supply, to raise prices. App-based services provide an easy way to deal with such unions, so the government must use the opportunity available. The Asian Age, in its editorial titled "Cricket in a Fix Again," writes, "Sport mirrors the society we live in. The return of the stench of corruption in cricket, in the form of match and spot-fixing scandals in official Premier Leagues held in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, is emblematic of a nation in which graft is endemic. How rotten the system has become can be gleaned from there being some basis to the rumor that a cricket bookmaker owns a Premier League team in Tamil Nadu through Benamis. Coaches and players are suspected to have been involved once again in skullduggery, even as teams are said to be tanking matches to get illegal gratification from shadowy figures from Kolkata and Jaipur. Surprisingly, women cricketers have also been approached to be part of the information sharing shenanigans of gamblers and high rollers who have brought a bad name to cricket. A wave of scandals in the 1990s beginning in Pakistan forced the authorities to attempt a clean-up, and at least 3 captains, including an Indian, fell by the wayside as skeletons came tumbling out in probes. The strategy of ring-fencing the cricketers after holding awareness programs and creating avenues for reporting approaches by fixers was paying dividend until human greed showed it is a force which cannot be reined in. Many of those tasked with keeping cricket clean in the last 20 years have expressed their helplessness in curbing malpractices and keep calling for sports betting to be legalized in India, as if that would solve the problem of fixing. It is clear that Indian cricket, much like Indian society, has come to not only tolerate but also accept corruption as a way of life. That is a pity. Those were the comments from the press, presented to you by the News Services Division of All India Radio.
That program was broadcast from the Delhi station of All India Radio.